Welcome to the State of Clark County 2024. I'm Gary Medvichy, Chair of the Clark County Council and Councilor for District 4. I'm pleased to present this year's State of the County Address on behalf of the Council, which includes my fellow councilors Glenn Young of District 1, Michelle Belkout of District 2, Karen Dill Bowerman of District 3, and Sue Marshall of District 5. It's been a busy year at Clark County, and there's a lot to share with you today. But first, there's a long-time tradition we have during the State of the County Address, and that is to share the stage with the Neighborhood Association's Council of Clark County, so they can recognize and honor their selected Volunteer of the Year and an outstanding county employee. So let's hear from Stephen Abramson, Chair of the Neighborhood Association's Council of Clark County.
Thank you, Chair Medvichy. Each year, NAC, the Neighborhood Association's Council of Clark County, recognizes two individuals for their service to the county and its residents: an exemplary county employee and a resident of unincorporated Clark County for their dedication and leadership. Assisting me tonight are NAC's Vice Chair, Isla Westergaard, NAC's Secretary, Bridget McClayman, and NAC's Treasurer, Kirk Van Gelder. Print Shop Office Assistant Erica Lytle is the kind of county worker that is NAC's reason for this award. She cheerfully and skillfully provides essential county services, but is known only to a few people outside county offices. Erica has run the print shop and the mailroom for 18 years, 10 of those by herself. She fills printing and distribution needs of the many county departments. For NAC, the neighborhood associations and related organizations, Erica gets our meeting notices, newsletters, and other essential communications to our residents in a timely manner. Erica comes to us from Seattle, where she earned a degree in video production from the Art Institute of Seattle. After a few years making videos, she relocated to Southwest Washington, and lucky for us, came to work for Clark County. Please join me in expressing gratitude to Erica for her years of excellent service and our wish that her efforts for the county will continue for several more years.
Erica, you deserve so many thanks from all the neighborhoods, because you're the one that gets that newsletter or the postcard out to our residents. Thank you very much.
I just want to say congratulations, Erica. Your creativity and efficiency do not go unnoticed, and we thank you for all you do. It makes a tremendous difference for every one of us.
Congratulations and thank you, Erica. As the president of the Prebstall Neighborhood Association, I want you to know that the most positively commented on things that our neighbors mention are the newsletters and postcards that you send out on our behalf. Those are critical resources in maintaining communication between the county and our neighbors. So on their behalf, thank you very, very much. Erica, would you like to say a few words?
I just want to say thank you to NAC and all the neighborhoods that are involved. It's been a pleasure working with you guys for the last 18 years.
Thank you, Erica. A good way to describe Isla Westergaard, the recipient of our 2023 Leadership Award, is been there, done that. She is the Vice Chair of NAC, President of the West Hazeldale Neighborhood Association, and she is also active in the Hazeldale Salmon Creek Business Association, Friends of Clark County, the Heritage Farm Sustainability Steering Committee, and the Hazeldale Parade of Bands. She has a strong awareness of Clark County history and a steady focus on preserving the ambience and quality of life that make Clark County an appealing place to live. Isla is a Washington native with Scandinavian roots. She has been a Clark County resident for several decades and has lived for extended times in more countries than many others have barely visited. We are pleased she is here and proud to give her NAC's 2023 Clark County Leadership Award.
Congratulations, Isla, from one neighborhood association president to another. Thank you for being an inspiration to the rest of our neighborhoods and community. Keep up the good work.
Isla is the most caring, effective, and entertaining leader I know. She invests countless hours working to assure our community is a better place to live. I learn so much every time we work together, and I know she has been an example to volunteers and leaders all over the county for how to be the best involved citizen that she can be. Thank you, Isla.
Neighborhood associations provide vital pathways for the public and the county to exchange information and ideas. This benefits both parties and encourages civic participation and engagement. While people may feel isolated by social media and complex institutions, community volunteers work on the ground to unite and support our diverse population. Working with neighborhood, business, and environmental groups, we've supported county planning and centered our interests from schools, parks, and farming to first responders and transportation. But often our contributions are neglected. I feel privileged to have been involved with the county volunteer program when our contributions were the most integrated into government operations. Neighborhood associations, business groups, advisory committees, and community organizations have much to offer Clark County's government as we strive to work for a better Clark County together. Thank you.
Once again, I'd like to thank Chair Medviji for giving NAC this opportunity to recognize excellence, dedication, and service to the county by a Clark County employee and one of our neighborhood leaders.
On behalf of the County Council, congratulations to Erica Lytle and Isla Westergaard. Most everyone is aware of last year's tragic on-duty vehicle incident involving Sheriff's Deputy Drew Kennison, which resulted in the partial amputation of his left leg. Well, I'm very pleased to say that Deputy Kennison not only returned to patrol duty, he also is back serving on the Southwest Washington Regional SWAT team. In addition, Deputy Kennison recently received the Purple Heart Medal at the Sheriff's Office 2023 Awards and Recognition Ceremony. The award recognizes employees who have suffered significant physical injury while performing official duties. Deputy Kennison's dedication, hard work, and perseverance is truly inspiring. Also inspiring are the actions of many individuals who came to Deputy Kennison's rescue after the tragic event. These individuals include members of the SWAT team, Camas-Washougal Fire Department first responders, and Skamania County PUD employees who were also recognized at the Sheriff's Award ceremony for their life-saving efforts. The county is grateful for all the good thoughts and support that have been shown to Deputy Kennison during this past year as he endured a challenging recovery, and we are absolutely elated to share the progress that Deputy Kennison has made. There is important good news on the subject of law enforcement in Clark County. We have a new regional law enforcement training center that recently opened in our community. This basic law enforcement academy, which is administered by the State Criminal Justice Training Commission, is initially located in a former elementary school in central Vancouver. Previously, law enforcement recruits would attend the 18-week course in Burin or occasionally in Spokane, which created challenges for those with families or other responsibilities at home. Additionally, with only having one primary academy in the Seattle area and an occasional alternate in Spokane, the time in which a recruit could attend added major delays in deploying additional deputies. A local regional training facility is important for recruitment and training law enforcement efficiently. To have this facility in our own backyard is a win for law enforcement, public safety, and the entire community. Getting the training center sited in Clark County is an excellent example of good governance from both state and local governments. Last year, the County Council unanimously approved a 5-year contract to supply body-worn and vehicle cameras for the Sheriff's Office. Thankfully, the community voted and approved a new public safety and general sales tax in 2022 to fund the camera program. To ensure good stewardship of the voter-approved funding, the county established the Public Safety Sales Tax Funding Advisory Committee. While the camera program is fully funded, based on the recommendations of the advisory committee, the additional revenue has been allocated to other public safety-related expenses, as well as such as additional sheriff's office deputies and jail services positions, a new jail K-9 drug program, and district court's electronic home monitoring program. We are very appreciative of the community for supporting the body-worn camera program and other public safety initiatives, and for the thoughtful review and recommendations from the advisory committee. Over the past year, the county transitioned operation of the county jail to a new jail services department that reports to the deputy county manager. This transition was approved by the council in 2022. The sheriff's office and county manager's office worked closely and collaboratively together to ensure a smooth transition. Jail services leadership and staff did not hesitate in identifying and addressing immediate critical needs. For example, due to intentional recruiting efforts, the staffing level in the jail is at a level not seen in more than 2 decades. The additional staffing is essential to maintain a safe environment for both staff and those housed in the jail. Furthermore, the jail leadership team, in conjunction with the county's facilities department and many internal and external stakeholders, started the deliberate work of developing a plan for a remodel and expansion of the jail. Other than addressing routine facility items that have come with an aging facility, the Clark County Jail has not seen any updates in years past. It is also worth noting that the needs of the population housed in the jail has changed dramatically over the years since it was originally built in the 1980s. There are intentional discussions with key experts, including those in the substance abuse and complex mental health treatment sectors, on what types of services are needed and how will we integrate them in the jail today. Providing flexibility to adapt in the future also is a key discussion. We have a lot of work yet to do, but we are working collaboratively with community partners to enhance jail services in Clark County. As I mentioned earlier, it's been a busy year for Clark County. One of the many things we have been working on and will continue to work on in 2024 and 2025 is the update to the county's 20-year comprehensive plan. The update is due to the state by December 31st, 2025. So far, the council adopted the public participation plan for the project, as well as worked on population and employment projections. This year, we will continue our work by focusing on environmental review and an analysis of alternatives. Our community planning department is hard at work on this project. I encourage residents to get involved and provide feedback in this process. You can learn about the plan update, see a schedule of meetings, sign up for updates, and submit comments by using the project website, listed at the bottom of your screen. In addition to the comprehensive plan update, our community planning staff is working on several other projects vital to our community. For instance, they are working on the implementation of the Housing Option Study and Action Plan approved by Council in 2022. This plan identifies housing challenges within the unincorporated Vancouver urban growth area and opportunities to encourage development of housing that is affordable to a variety of household incomes through the removal of regulatory barriers and/or the implementation of other strategies. These strategies are needed to help ensure future generations have access to affordable, quality, and diverse housing opportunities. A public hearing was recently held to consider the first phase of implementation, which includes code updates for middle housing and smaller single-family housing options. Essentially, these updates are intended to help provide housing options in the middle between larger single-family detached and multifamily apartment complexes. The ordinance capturing Council's direction will be coming back to Council for final approval. The second phase of the project is underway and will focus on multifamily and affordable housing code updates. You can learn more about the Housing Options Plan on the county website at the bottom of your screen. Like many agencies, the county has experienced challenges in hiring and retaining employees over the past couple of years, including increased turnover rates in 2021 and 2022. Some of this is due to retirements and some is due to the lack of competitiveness with salaries. Under the leadership of the Deputy County Manager, the County Treasurer, and Sheriff, the county contracted with Baker Tilly to conduct a market analysis. As a result, the Council approved to update salaries where they showed to be below market. To ensure inclusivity, all county employees were encouraged to be part of the collaborative process, which included listening sessions with Baker Tilly and an opportunity to identify their duties by submitting a position analysis questionnaire. Thanks to this work, the employee turnover rate in the county has started to slow down. The county will begin working on phase 2 of this study in 2024, which includes updating job descriptions and reviewing benefits. For a few years now, Clark County has been receiving American Rescue Plan funding. This one-time federal funding was approved to help local governments respond to negative economic impacts brought on by the COVID-19 pandemic. The council and county staff have been very strategic on how to use these funds most effectively. Some of the projects supported by ARPA funding include grants for small business and nonprofit organizations that were adversely affected by the pandemic. Funding to support the construction of a North Country EMS station, rural broadband expansion, and elections building remodel, and more. Another item the council approved for ARPA funding is the new Public Defense Department. This new department will replace the former Indigent Defense Office. The Public Defense Department will be staffed by full-time public defenders, legal assistants, and a director. Public defense, also known as indigent defense, is the constitutionally required process of appointing an attorney to represent defendants who are being charged with crimes and are unable to afford an attorney. Clark County contracts with private attorneys to provide indigent services. We were the largest county in the state utilizing a contract model. Moving to a centralized county model is a positive update for our community that will streamline public defense services. We are still in a transition process to create this department, but you can learn more by visiting the county website listed at the bottom of your screen. Like many communities, Clark County is experiencing an increase in the number of residents who are experiencing homelessness. In our efforts to serve this vulnerable population, the county uses a variety of federal and state funding and works with local partners to provide emergency and transitional housing. We have provided more than $20 million in 2023 for shelter, rental assistance, motel vouchers, permanent supported housing, and outreach efforts. In addition, county councilors work closely with other local leaders on an organization to address homelessness in the community. Clark County also uses federal and state funds to provide significant funding to the Council for the Homeless for planning and administrative support and coordination of homeless services, including severe weather shelter and the winter hospitality overflow. In addition, most, if not all, the motel vouchers used by homeless service providers to assist those experiencing homelessness are also funded by Clark County, as are significant portions of the Clark County Volunteer Lawyers Program and the YWCA Safe Choice. Despite these efforts, there is still more to do to prevent and address homelessness in our community. If you want to learn more about the county's efforts to combat homelessness, visit the website listed at the bottom of your screen. It is important to support all watersheds in our community, regardless of jurisdictional boundaries. The county hosted a very successful Lacamas Lake Symposium last fall, bringing together multiple partners and stakeholders to work together on solutions for Lacamas Lake. As a result of that collaboration, the county is partnering with the City of Camas and Department of Ecology to develop an interlocal agreement as well as a work program that will identify a joint vision and charter, technical advisory group, public participation plan, and determine legislative priorities, and much more. Vancouver Lake is a local gem, offering the community a beautiful and inviting venue for outdoor recreation, including water sports such as national competitive rowing, canoeing, kayaking, as well as walking, picnicking, and much more. In February, the Council approved a contract with the Lower Columbian Estuary Partnership to implement the Experience Vancouver Lake education and outreach program for the next 2 years. The program engages and educates Clark County residents about the importance of Vancouver Lake K-12 classroom learning, on-the-water experiences, volunteer stewardship activities, and community forums. We are thankful for funding through the state to support lake management plans for both Vancouver and Lacamas Lakes, and we are excited to take the next step forward with more implementation this summer. The county is working with the Department of Ecology to identify watershed sources of pollution, and we partner with Clark Conservation District to help identify and address sources of pollution in our watersheds. Lacamas and Vancouver Lakes are truly precious local attractions. It takes all community members to work together to ensure these lakes and other watersheds are maintained in a sustainable manner for families to enjoy for many years to come. Public property is intended to be used by the public for public purposes, including but not limited to county operations, park recreation use, pedestrian, bicycle, and transportation, camping without adequate sanitation services such as sewer, water, and garbage present a public health and safety concern. It is essential to maintain public property consistent with its intended use while balancing the needs of those experiencing homelessness with the impact on the entire community. With that said, the Council approved new code provisions for unlawful camping and outside habitation. The county is committed to connecting unhoused individuals with appropriate services while also preserving public property for the community to enjoy. Your Clark County government works for you, and as such, we need to hear from you. Throughout this address, I've noted several of the county's web pages. I encourage residents to visit the county's website, clark.wa.gov, and learn what's happening and how you can be involved. There you can find out about upcoming council meetings and hearings. Send comments to counselors. Get involved with one of our many advisory boards and commissions. Read our news releases and find links to our many social media platforms. You can also visit cvtv.org and watch public hearings and meetings, including those of our advisory boards. CVTV also has many informative videos on Clark County close-up and periodic interviews with counselors on Clark County Focus. This is your community, and we want you to know what's happening and get your feedback. We are truly blessed to live in Clark County. Together with my fellow counselors, we join with you in this pride. And while this presentation reflects just a fraction of the daily work by the staff, manager, council, and all of the Clark County government officials, we all strive to work hard for you every day. Thank you.